This meeting is being recorded.
That's interesting. It's a different message. Okay. Welcome to week 4. Seat 1 today is Sarah, seat 2 is Vikram, seat 3 is Sean, and seat 4 is Piyush. I would assume that if you're in week 4, you may have some grasp on the rules by now. So we can get started. I do have opinions about this week's set. I will share them at the end perhaps, and I'd be interested to hear yours as well. We can get started. 3 questions first for Sarah. It is impossible to create a cube, to separate a cube into 2 cubes, or a fourth power into 2 fourth powers, or in general, any power higher than the second into 2 like powers. I've discovered a truly marvelous proof of this, which this margin is too narrow to contain. Which mathematical quest was kickstarted with this quote, which exasperated mathematicians for over 3.5 centuries since 1637, before finally being solved in 1994 by Andrew Wiles.
Sorry, is anybody else? Harman, Slush theorem.
I think I heard the answer.
Can you hear me?
Yes, could you repeat the answer, please?
Fermat's Slush theorem.
Yes, correct. So I was losing you as well. Did that happen to everybody else?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think the camera is that great, to be honest. I mean, it's all right, but
yeah,
it's not ideal.
I will move downstairs. We're getting our internet fixed next week. It's been a pain. But if I put my 3 questions and then maybe I'll move downstairs to a different machine.
Yeah, that works. So your second question. What 4-letter name is shared by 2 stylish neighborhoods? One in Manhattan, where the name is an abbreviation, whose name is an abbreviation, and the other in London, whose name possibly derives from a hunting cry. While the former housed slaves that had been freed, and the latter housed sex workers, both have undergone gentrification.
Soho.
Soho is right. And your third question. These are the results of Jeff Hayward's Dali experiment on the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. Name the 2 artists whose styles are being mimicked, respectively. The question seems to imply that the order matters. The order doesn't really matter. You can say them however you want.
Da Vinci and Michael.
Not that. Vikram?
Pass.
Pass to Sean.
Sorry, I answered it. I answered that.
I didn't really hear what her answer was.
It was Da Vinci and Michelangelo.
Yes, I heard that. That wasn't right, so I marked that wrong.
Okay, sorry.
I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to pass.
Pass to Piyush.
I'll pass as well.
Passes. Do you know one of them? Does anybody know one of them?
Gaga.
Yeah, Gauguin's the first one.
So the one on the right is Frida Kahlo, and the one on the left is Matisse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I missed part of the question.
I noticed that.
Yeah. So I missed part of the question. So I'm going to go downstairs. I'll log off.
Yeah. Do it now.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Hopefully that's better.
Yeah, that's quite a bit better.
It does seem better. We'll
Good. Apologies for that. Yeah, I just kept missing parts of it. So.
Okay.
1 second.
3 questions now for Vikram. Which novelty edition of the board game Monopoly has tokens that look like this? Tokens include a pointy shoe, a bowler hat, and a car with fins for wheels.
Disney special.
It's not that, Sean.
Oh, I'm tempted, but pass.
Pass to Piyush.
James Bond.
Is correct.
Okay, well done.
So if you'd said Bond, I would have used that to prompt you for an answer. Then you could say Bond, James Bond. Question for Vikram. After President Donald Trump shrank the boundaries of the Bears Ears National Monument by nearly 700,000 acres to make way for mining operations, poet Mary Mattingly exhibited this work titled Between Bears Ears and Daenerys Mine to show how humans purposefully impact climate systems. The text on the photograph was chosen from Who's 1953 work, the final volume of a trilogy of novels, which begins with Molloy and continues with Malone Dies. Remember, I need the name of the author.
John Updike.
Not that. Sure.
Beckett.
Beckett is right. Do you know the name of the
Samuel.
work as well?
Samuel. I don't know the other. Oh, the other name.
This is the unnameable.
Nice.
Trilogy and novel thing.
Question for Vikram. In the 31st October 2022 week, Taylor Swift became the first artist to bag all 10 spots of the Billboard Hot 100 Top 10 charts, for which 10th album, featuring songs like Snow on the Beach, Lavender Haze, and Anti-Hero.
I don't know the name. Homecoming.
Not that. Sarah?
Pass.
Pass. Sean?
No, the name's gone past.
Piyush?
Midnights.
It's called Midnights.
Yeah, well done.
3 questions now for Sean. The Azteca was the official one, which was used for a period of 1 month in June 1986. It was used to generate a satisfactory outcome 132 times in this 1 month. The first fully synthetic one of its kind, what exactly was the Azteca? Ten seconds.
A football field. I don't know.
It's not that. Sarah?
Pass.
Pass to Vikram.
This is the official football of the FIFA World Cup.
Is correct. This is the official football of the 1986 Mexico World Cup.
Well, yeah. It was Azteca saying, but that's all right. It's fine.
Question for Sean. From Blank to Blank, a direct route in 97 hours and 20 minutes, is an 1865 science fiction novel by Jules Verne that tells the story of the Baltimore Gun Club's attempts to build a projectile. Which journey is this? The calculations for which Verne got almost right, off by about 24 hours, without any empirical data. Ten seconds.
Oh, is it like the journey from like Iceland to the center of the earth?
That's not it. Sarah?
Journey to the moon.
Could you give me the blanks as well?
Oh, sorry. Earth to moon.
Yes, that's one.
Yeah, well done. It's just not my day today, is it?
I would have felt very bad if I had to pass you for knowing moon but not saying Earth, so I'm glad you got that.
It's just yes to me.
It was a birthday celebration at Madison Square Garden on May 19th, 1962, and the woman you see in the image had been introduced on stage twice already. When she finally showed up, she delivered her performance in a particularly sultry voice and caused the band of the evening to sarcastically remark, "I can now retire." Who was the woman and what did she perform?
Who actually was it who did this? Monroe coming out of the cake for JFK's birthday.
That's not it. Sarah?
It's Monroe and Happy Birthday.
Yes, she sang "Happy Birthday, Mr. President" for JFK.
Is that not? I mean, I said Monroe coming out of doing the JFK. Oh, is he not proud of the cake? Maybe that's just something I made up.
Yes, I don't think she came out of the cake. There's a video of the event and she seems to be just singing.
Yeah, I think she didn't. I think I've just made that up from some TV thing. I think that's probably fair enough.
Okay.
Unlucky. That's unlucky.
Yeah, you're quite close. 3 questions now, Piyush. A supposedly fun thing that I will never do again is the title of a collection of essays by which pale king, who, like the question setter, believed that watching Roger Federer play tennis was a religious experience.
David Foster Wallace.
That is correct. Pale King is the name of his last book. Piyush, observed as early as the 19th century, what volcanic mountain on Mars is over 21 kilometers tall, about 2.5 times the height of Mount Everest above sea level? It's popularly known as the tallest mountain in the solar system, but this status is challenged.
Olympus Mons.
Yes, correct. This is Olympus Mons. And your third question, the 104th Amendment to the Indian Constitution, while continuing the reservation for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes in national and state legislatures, removed the reservations for which group of people on the ground that they numbered only 296 in the country?
Anglo-Indians?
Is a very good guess. Well done.
Well
This is Anglo-Indians. That number looks suspiciously low, but apparently in the
Yeah,
2011
it can't be
census,
that low.
yeah, so the 2011 census apparently did say that 296 was the number. It is disputed, but that's what was used as justification for this decision. Okay, starting round 2, question for Sarah. Part of an ongoing crowdsourced initiative, this crochet-based work has been exhibited at various biennials around the world to highlight the plight of what ecosystems due to climate change?
Coral reefs.
Is right.
That's really nice. I like that.
Your second question. The projectile used to get to the moon in Verne's The Earth to the Moon is launched using a giant version of a real-life cannon used by the US Army for coastal defense. The cannon shares its name with which American epic poem written by Joel Barlow? The poem's title is a combination of the poetic name for America and the title of an epic Greek poem.
Mm.
10 seconds.
The Uncle Sam's Odyssey. I don't know.
It's not that. Vikram?
Pass.
That's Sean.
Columbiad.
Is correct. This is Columbiad.
Nice.
One of the answers.
Oh, yeah.
One of the answers I received, which I frankly prefer, was Homer of the Brave.
That makes sense.
That's good. It's nice.
Third question for Sarah. During the emergency, the Congress introduced sweeping changes to the Constitution of India. It also amended the preamble, inserting 2 words into the description of India. If one of these was secular, what was the other word? In which regard the Congress was ideologically aligned to its rival, the Janata Party? Ten seconds.
Democratic.
It's not that. Vikram?
Socialist.
Socialist is right.
Chanta is the people, basically.
Yeah.
Question for Vikram. We Don't Play It for Fun by Don Mosey is about cricket in which county which takes its cricket rather seriously? Well-known cricketers from this county include Geoffrey Boycott, Michael Vaughan, and Joe Root.
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire is right. Question for Vikram. While a bassinet is a bed for babies that is usually in a fixed place, what biblical term is given to beds shown here used by babies that are portable and can be taken anywhere? The beds are portable, not the babies. And presumably the babies are also portable.
Cradle.
It's not that. Sean?
Danger.
Not major. Piyush?
Pass.
Sarah?
Moses basket.
Oh,
Moses basket.
Would you have accepted Moses? Shit.
Yeah, we will take Moses.
yeah.
Question for Vikram. The statement about the divisibility of solutions to the equation x raised to p plus y raised to p equal to z raised to p of Fermat's last theorem for odd prime p was proven by which French mathematician, after whom the French Academy of Sciences Prize is named? She is a pioneer of the elasticity theory, a work that won the grand prize from the Paris Academy of Sciences.
Maillard.
Not that. Piyush?
Pass.
That's Sean.
Sophie Germain.
Is correct. This is Sophie Germain.
Nice.
Oh.
I wish I had completely ruined the first round now.
Question for Sean. Which novelty edition of the board game Monopoly has tokens that look like this? Tokens include a raccoon, an octopus, a strawberry, and a silver hammer. 10 seconds.
No, pass.
Pass to Piyush.
Pass.
Pass to Vikram.
Pass.
Pass to Sarah.
Beatles.
I didn't expect that to pass as much as
Oh,
it did.
very nice.
Oh,
Silver
okay.
hammer. Yeah, very nice.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Beatles.
Well done.
That's Rocky Raccoon, Here Comes the Sun, The Octopus's Garden, Strawberry Fields Forever, Walrus, I Am the Walrus, and Maxwell Silverhammer.
I didn't see that on the Walrus label. Oh well. Okay.
Question for Sean. This map is considered by many as probably the greatest statistical graphic ever drawn. It plots the numerical data associated with a particular military campaign and is notable for representing 6 types of data in just 2 dimensions: the number of troops, distance traveled, temperature during the retreat, the position and direction of travel, and location relative to specific dates. Which campaign is this? You can answer by giving the name of the attacking commander and the defending nation.
The Napoleonic invasion of Russia.
Yes, correct. This is Napoleon's 1812 invasion of Russia. Question for Sean. Which 2 mountains, 10.2 kilometers tall from base to height, are listed as the tallest on Earth and tallest planetary mountains in the solar system that are not on Mars? While one literally long mountain in Hawaiian, is an active volcano having last erupted in 1984, the other, White Mountain, is dormant.
Mauna Loa and Mauna Kea.
Yes, correct. The question is now for Piyush. What is the name of the 2-mile-long street in Beverly Hills, California, which was earlier a ranch but became an international center of fashion shopping in the 1970s after a publicity campaign to boost its elite image? It is home to the Walk of Style.
Uh,
10 seconds.
I just say High Street.
It's not that, Vikram.
Pass.
Pass, Sarah.
Rodeo Drive.
That's correct. This is Rodeo Drive. Question for Piyush. In an experiment with DALL-E, the image generating AI that recently opened for use to general public, Jeff Hayward attempted to reimagine iconic paintings as though they were created by other painters. Here, name the original artist and the artist whose style is being mimicked. Ten seconds.
No, pass.
Pass to Vikram.
Pass.
Pass to Sean.
Orhan Warhol.
Is correct. This is the painting of Marilyn Monroe as done by Andy Warhol, but in the style of Jackson Pollock. Question for Piyush. Which novelty edition of the board game Monopoly has tokens that look like this? Tokens include a pair of horns, a tall feathered turban, and a top hat with a sign that says 10 by 6. Ten seconds.
Alice in Wonderland.
Not that. Vikram?
Aladdin.
It's not that. Sarah?
Oh, it's not.
Nope.
Oh, pass then.
Last Sean.
Is it just some kind of special Disney edition or something?
I can prompt you. I need a little more detail. Need an answer?
I don't really know. Disney animated films. I don't really know what else you need.
Okay, I will have to follow that wrong.
Is it Disney Villains?
Disney Villains is the one. We're awfully close. That's
That sounds
Jafar.
quite tough.
Was the Mad Hatter really a villain?
Yeah, other people have pointed that out as well.
Yeah. Surely it was the Red Queen.
Yeah, the Mad Hatter is not really much of it, but he's included in the Disney villains.
Okay, fine. I mean, I can't really argue with what's in the set, but there we are.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's not the question.
Anyway, I'm now screwed on bonuses. So.
It is a tough one, and Disney is pretty close. Okay, starting round 3. That was a pretty great round for Sean anyway. Picked up 5 points in that round. Question for Sarah now in round 3. The flow map for Napoleon's 1812 campaign was created by which French civil engineer? He was 80 years old and long retired when, in 1861, he called on the innovative techniques that he had invented for the purpose of displaying flows of people in order to tell the tragic tale of the Russia campaign in a single image.
Pass.
First Piyush?
Pass.
First Vikram?
Pass.
First Sean?
I'm really annoyed I can't remember his name, so pass.
Passes. His name is Minard. Charles Joseph
Minard, there we are. I had M.
Minard,
in another game I was reading, somebody read the name in the first image and somehow remembered it the first time. So when this question came up, they just repeated it.
I knew it was M. I should have got that.
Question for Sarah. The official match ball of the 1970 FIFA World Cup was the first to feature the now ubiquitous design of 12 black pentagonal and 20 hexagonal panels. It was named after which satellite developed by Bell Labs, the world's first communication satellite and the first to send live TV signals.
Telstar?
Is correct. This is Telstar. Question for Sarah again. Which 4-day annual mega classical music festival held during the winters in Kolkata is named after the title bestowed upon Sarod player Ali Akbar Khan by Ustad Alauddin Khan? When translated from its alliterative 2-word Hindi phrase, it means the emperor of musical notes.
Pass.
Passes to Piyush.
Pass.
Pass to Vikram. Your answer. I will need to pass you, Sean.
Something Samrat, right?
It is something Samrat. It is Swar Samrat.
Swar. Okay, Swara.
That was very much a strategic quick pass there.
Yeah, well done. Probably would have guessed with some time.
Yeah.
Question for Vikram. The skin-tight gemstone-style dress that Monroe wore during her Happy Birthday, Mr. President performance is now considered an iconic part of American fashion history. This explains the outrage provoked when it was lent out by its current owner, to whom, for a 5-minute red carpet walk at the Met Gala, she reportedly lost 7 kilos in 3 weeks to fit into the dress.
Kim Kardashian?
Is correct. The image shows the damage that the dress underwent as a result of the use. Question for Vikram. In Once the Earth to the Moon, the Baltimore Gun Club considers various options for the ignition powder that will power the projectile. What flammable compound resembling a fiber did they decide on? A material one was personally very optimistic about, as seen in his other novels where firearms use the same material.
Gunpowder?
It's not that, Piyush.
Pass.
Pastor Sarah.
Gun cotton.
Gun cotton.
Curse you. Well done.
There are a lot of answers. I've got serious nitrate, flash paper, bioxylin, quite a lot of them, but gun cotton is the one we needed. Well done.
Dominating this game, so well done.
Question for Vikram. With the name that translates to south of the Han River, which modern and upscale district, the third largest in Seoul, earned over 1 billion views and international fame in 2012?
Gangnam.
Yes, correct. Questions now for Sean. Shown here is a physical visualization of statistics related to climate change displayed in Poznan, Poland. Now a full-fledged series installed in many parts of the world, the structures are inspired from what monumental carvings found in Western Canada and the northwestern US in indigenous lands?
Totem poles?
Is correct. Question for Sean. Named after an Irish immigrant to the US, a bed that is hinged at one end to store vertically against the wall or inside a closet or cabinet is known as what? These were a common trope in early comedies, as it could collapse from one end, creating comic scenes.
Oh. Oh dear, I don't know.
One second.
I can't think of it. Pass.
Master Piyush.
Pass.
Master Vikram.
Pass.
Master Sarah.
Pass. Can't remember.
Passes. They call Murphy beds.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
By percentage guess, actually.
Question for Sean. Why are the Midnight's top 10? Taylor Swift leaped from being tied with Michael Jackson at 30 songs to surpassing which other female artist at 38 songs, the second most Billboard top 10s after Drake. The tracks included Like a Virgin, Papa Don't Preach, and Take a Bow.
Madonna.
Yes, correct. Question for Piyush. The flow map for Napoleon's 1812 campaign has been admired for its brutal eloquence in showing the dropping strength of the Grand Army, specifically using the width of the colored parts on the map to correspond to the number of men left alive. That's 10%, 1 millimeter corresponding to 10,000 men. The crossing of which river in the south portion of the map caused the single greatest percentage drop in troop numbers? It is also the source of the French expression "c'est la blank," meaning it's a disaster. You can see as the troops travel from east to west, there's a thick line that turns into a thin line. It's 50,000 men converts into 25,000 men.
The Dawn.
Not bad. Vikram?
Pass.
Master Sarah?
Pass.
Master Sean?
Dnieper?
It's not bad.
Dniester, maybe?
It's a tough one. This is the Battle of Berezina. Berezina is the name of the river.
Okay.
I was stupid. I shouldn't snatch a point to this side.
Question for Piyush. Monroe's performance of Happy Birthday, Mr. President has been the subject of many impressions and parodies. Who is seen here performing a slightly modified version of the song, and whom is it addressed to?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Your Royal Highness. Happy birthday to you.
Shit, I have no clue which it is.
In seconds.
No, pass.
Master Vikram?
Pass.
Master Sarah?
Jerry Halliwell and Prince Charles.
Yes, correct. This is Ginger Spice singing for Prince Charles, now King Charles. Question for Piyush. What term is given to a low bed, often on wheels, that is stored under an ordinary bed, ready for use by visitors? In general English parlance, the word refers to the act of moving slowly, just like the bed. Question. Ten seconds.
Trudge.
It's not that. Vikram?
Lumber.
It's not that. Sarah?
Trundle.
Trundle is the one. You both quite close, both of you. But it's trundle bed. Okay, we're entering round 4 now. That was another good round for Sarah. Picked up 4 points again in that round. There's quite a bit of a gap. Question for Sarah now. Round 4. Which novelty edition of the board game Monopoly has tokens that look like this? Tokens include a horse head, a cannoli, a Tommy gun, and a can of olive oil.
I'm loving these Monopoly sets. They're great. This is The Godfather.
Yes, correct. Can you guess what this is at the bottom left?
A fish sleeps with the fishes, presumably.
Yep, it's a dead fish.
Yeah.
Question for Sarah. My Idea of Fun is the second novel by which author? whose memoir is aptly titled Will. His 2002 Booker Prize nominated work is a modern take on Oscar Wilde's The Picture of Dorian Gray, written after a screenplay adaptation for a movie fell through. Seconds.
No, I can't think. Pass.
Pass to Piyush.
Pass.
Pass to Vikram.
Pass.
Pass to Sean.
Got 2 ideas. I'll try Will Self.
Yes, correct. This is Will Self.
Phew.
I don't think of his name. Hold on.
You know, I almost went for Nicholas Shakespeare.
What is the other book?
I'm not sure. Which other book do you mean?
The 2002 book.
Take on Oscar Wilde.
Oh, I'm not sure what it's called. Sorry.
Okay.
Question for Sarah. What term is given to the traditional style of bedding used in Japanese rokkans or inns? They were developed to ensure that rooms can be used for other purposes during the day, as they're taken off and aired outside for preventing molds.
Just a futon.
It is a futon.
Not help.
Question for Vikram. In the floor map of Napoleon's 1812 campaign, the colored path shows men entering Russia, while the black path shows them retreating back to the Kingdom of France. Which city appears at the right edge of the map, the last point before the army retreated? An important center for Russia then, Napoleon's troops occupied the recently abandoned city for just 36 days, during which they had to put up with a massive fire.
This is Lviv.
It's not that. Piyush?
Pass.
Pass Sean.
No, I should know these, but I'm not sure enough. Pass.
Pass Sarah.
Pass.
Passes. Non-comps, anybody?
Is it Kharkiv?
It's just Moscow.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, oh,
Oh, I was thinking the abandoned like right now.
actually, there was a massive fire in Moscow.
Yeah,
so
there was a
that's
massive
fire. But I just didn't think of Moscow. Oh,
Okay, question for Vikram again. Named after the Zulu for Be Happy, what is the official match ball of the 2010 FIFA World Cup in South Africa called? It is a much maligned ball, famously by Maradona, when he said, "We won't see any long passes in this World Cup because the ball doesn't fly straight."
Jabulani.
That's correct. It's called Jabulani. And your third question. For this result, Jeff Hayward's Dali experiment named the original artist and the artist whose style is being mimicked. The latter artist holds the record for most expensive painting sold by a female artist and painted not portraits, but mostly flowers, skyscrapers, and landscapes.
Pass.
Piyush
Vermeer and Georgia O'Keeffe.
is correct.
well done.
This girl
I'm having
with
trouble
gold
picking
earring.
up the originals on these. I can get the style, but the
Oh,
originals.
the pearl
Okay.
earring.
That's quite good.
Yeah.
I was going to say something different. I didn't actually pick up on that.
Yeah.
I'm not liking the rest of my own questions instantly, but we'll see how it goes.
Question for Sean. On 7th November 2022, his last day in office, former Chief Justice of India UU Lalit dissented from the majority opinion in a case against a part of the 103rd Amendment to the Constitution. The majority upheld the 10% reservation in education and employment. Sorry, they upheld 10% reservation in education and employment for what specific category of people?
Well, I may as well guess something. Dalits.
Not that, Piyush?
EWS or economically weak sections.
Is correct.
Yeah, fine. What am I going to get now?
Question for Sean. For this result, Jeff Hayward's Dali experiment named the original artist, whose name appears in the name of the painting, and the artist whose style is being mimicked, whose famous paintings feature a nighttime scene and a surgical procedure.
Oh God, which one is it? It's more his style, isn't it?
10 seconds.
Whistler and Rembrandt.
Is correct. This is Whistler's mother, painted in the style of Rembrandt. Question for Sean again. Which district in Shibuya in Tokyo is known internationally as a center of Japanese youth culture and fashion? Fashion-obsessed youth shifted here from Shinjuku in the 1970s. The name of the district is also used as a synecdoche for Japanese street fashion in general.
Oh, Harajuku.
Is correct. This is Harajuku. Question for Piyush. With Midnight, Taylor Swift beat which album by Drake, which held 9 spots in the Billboard Top 10 in the 18 September 2021 week? It featured tracks like Champagne Poetry and Way Too Sexy.
No idea. Pass.
Pass to Vikram.
Pass.
Pass to Sarah.
Pass.
Pass to Sean.
I remember it's one pass.
Passes.
It's like views of no.
It's called Certified Lover Boy.
Certified Lover Boy. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Question for Piyush. Which 4-day music festival is celebrated every year in the month of December in Behat in Gwalior, near the tomb of its eponymous person, one in a list of 9?
Tansen.
Yes, correct. Tansen was one of Akbar's Navratnas, so it's called the Tansen Festival. Question for Piyush again. In Once the Earth to the Moon, the French crew member Michael Ardan was inspired from the pseudonym of a real-life French photographer who was the first person to take aerial photographs. What is the pseudonym of this pioneer of artificial lighting and photography that is also the surname of an Indian industrialist?
Nadar.
Is correct. This is an anagram of Arden.
Yeah, I knew it wouldn't be that easy. Good luck, guys.
Yeah, I had the Indian industrialist thing. So.
Okay, so Piyush picked up 4 points in that. As we enter the final round, Sarah still has a bit of a lead, 3 points ahead of Sean at 11. Sean is 2 points ahead of Piyush.
It's my own fault. I should have messed up the first one. I deserve to win. Yeah. Oh.
The gap between first and last is 8 points right now, and we have more questions than that. So if Vikram suddenly goes on fire, we can still see a change. Let's see.
I doubt that's going to happen. But yeah.
I'm not ruling it out. Question for Sarah. One rival to Olympus Mons is Resilvia Central Peak, a 20 to 25 kilometer tall mountain, actually, on which asteroid? The brightest asteroid visible from Earth. It is named after the virgin goddess of home and hearth from Roman mythology.
Vesta.
That's correct. This is Vesta. Question for Sarah again. While Taylor Swift and Drake both have 2 albums with 5 tracks in the Billboard Top 10s, which artist hailing from a musical family is the only one with 3 such albums? Rhythm Nation 1814, Control, and an eponymous album. She was name dropped in Swift's Snow on the Beach in the line, "I'm all for you like blank," a reference to the album All for You.
Janet Jackson.
That's correct. And your third question. The trailer for which 2015 to 19 TV series shows an alternate version of Monroe's Happy Birthday performance? The man on the receiving end of the performance is suitably changed and aged as well.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my Michelle. Happy birthday to you.
I can play that again if anybody's.
Yeah, if you could, that'd be.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my Michelle. Happy birthday to you.
Hitler.
It's not that, Vikram.
Pass.
Pass to Piyush.
Man in the High Castle.
Yeah, I'm going to lose now, aren't I? Well done.
So you did recognize the person on the receiving end. The TV series is Man in the High Castle. Where,
I wouldn't have got that.
It's fine. It's just I'm not. It's fine.
Question for Vikram. Held every year since 1953 in Pune, with an emphasis on Hindustani classical Khayal music, Savai Gandharva was started by which Hindustani vocalist in honor of his guru? Since the vocalist's passing in 2011, his first name has been added to the festival's name.
Bhimsen Joshi
is correct. This is Bhimsen Joshi. Question for Vikram again. One of the most impactful and fought for amendments to the Indian Constitution was the 7th Amendment, which provided for changing what from 28 to 20, that is 14 plus 6, in 1956. The current number stands at 36, that is 28 plus 8.
States and Union Territories.
Yes, right. This is the number of states and union territories. It was changed on the basis of linguistic lines. And your third question. The equatorial ridge on which Saturnian moon is the tallest mountain on a moon in the solar system. It is named after a Greek titan, the father of Atlas and Prometheus. All its geographical features are named for characters and places from the French epic The Song of Roland, except one named after its discoverer, G.D. Cassini.
Ganymede.
It's not that, Piyush.
No, pass.
Pass, Sean.
Titan?
It's not Titan, Sarah.
No.
Kronos.
Not
Kronos. Oh no.
It's
They would not give it.
Iapetus.
Iapetus.
Oh,
Of course.
okay.
I couldn't remember. That's annoying. Oh god. I'm looking forward to these.
Two questions now for Sean. Fermat wrote his now famous remark in the margins of the book Arithmetica, written by a 3rd century mathematician from Alexandria in Egypt. Who was this mathematician, often christened the father of algebra, after whom the equations of the form x raised to n plus pi raised to n equal to z raised to n, where n is an integer, are named?
Diophantus?
Is correct. These are the Diophantine equations, not for Diophantus. Our second question. Fun Home is the title of Alison Bechdel's memoir. The word fun in the title is actually short for something that is decidedly far from fun. And when the title is considered with the first word expanded, it refers to the kind of business establishment her family owned and operated. What is the word fun short for?
Oh god. I've completely screwed up this game.
10 seconds.
Fundamentalist.
Not that. Vikram.
Pass.
Pass, Piyush.
Funeral.
It's a funeral home.
Oh, well done.
Of course, yeah.
Of course. No, I just hadn't played well at all.
You're still in the game. You have one more question. Jahani-Khusro is an annual 3-day music festival held in New Delhi to commemorate the death anniversary of Saint Amir Khusro. Among the many Sufi performances from countries such as Iran and Morocco, what traditional form of Sufi singing that fuses together many global traditions is performed here? It was unsurprisingly popularized by Khusro.
Pass.
Pass. Clear to Vikram.
Qawwali.
Qawwali is right.
Oh, I should have said this. I just thought it was too easy. Ugh, why not? No, it's myself being stupid. But
You've got 3 direct questions, Piyush, in order to catch up with and possibly overtake.
I mean, he'll win, won't he?
Let's see. Question for Piyush. First one. Daniel Lipskin installed this artwork in a 17th century Baroque palace in Netherlands, representing 4 greenhouse gases. After the location, the installation's name is inspired from a 15th century painting. What is its title, with an apt antonym replacing the last word in that of the painting? Ten seconds. Need an answer?
Garden of Earthly Horrors.
It's not that. Vikram.
The Anatomy of Nicholas Pulp.
It's not that. Sarah?
Pass. I would have said exactly the same as Piyush.
Pass, Sean.
Death of Venus.
It's not that.
Arnolfini divorce or something.
So Piyush had the right painting, but unfortunately it's named very slightly differently from that. It's called the Garden of Earthly Worries.
Bad luck.
Yeah, I would have got exactly the same phrasing.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be some other.
Yeah, and there's no way of guessing why, so it's a tough question.
Yeah, it's
Okay, 2 more to go. Question for Piyush. Integer solutions to the Diophantine equation x raised to n plus y raised to n equal to z raised to n, where n is 2, are a special case of Fermat's last theorem. What are the infinitely many integer solutions to this equation known as, it's a 2-word phrase. The first blank contains an unforgettable name from middle school mathematics.
Pythagorean triplets.
Yes, correct. This is Pythagorean triplets. It puts you at 12 all.
Yeah, well done.
And the last question of the quiz for you. While Brazuca was the official match ball of the 2014 FIFA World Cup in Brazil, chosen through a public vote, 2 other names were in the voting contest. The other 2 were the biggest new wave cultural exports from the nation, Carnavalesca, and what other that was developed in the late 1950s?
Bossa Nova.
It is Bossa Nova. Well done.
Yeah, I played terribly. Well done. That's really
Great
irritating.
game,
Well done, guys.
It's a really good game, guys. Sarah wins at 16 points with quite a margin. Piyush takes second place at 13 points. Sean is just 1 point behind at 12 points, and Vikram is 2
good
points
luck.
behind.
I mean, that's me out of it, basically.
Yeah, thanks for reading, Harman.
It's
Thank you.
it's ridiculous.
Thanks for reading.
Play. Well
Okay.
done, everyone.
Thank you, folks. See you next week.
I don't know why I didn't.